So now let's study about reflection through spherical mirrors. That is how with the help of spherical mirrors, this process of reflection takes place. Okay, so before understanding about spherical mirrors, from where we are getting these spherical, okay, we will take a sphere and we will cut the sphere into two parts. And this is the first part of the sphere and this is the second part of the sphere. Okay, and in both these what we will do, we will polish one of the side of the sphere, either the outer side or inner side, and on the basis of the polishing that you are doing on inner or outer side, the classification of spherical mirrors are made. First we have concave mirror. So you can see here, this is the concave mirror. In this concave mirror, this inner side is the reflecting surface. This is the reflecting surface, that is all the rays of light will fall on this surface, and this shaded area is the polished surface. Okay, you just now we have seen reflection के definition में reflection तभी होगा when we are having a polished surface, right? So this is a polished surface and this is the reflecting surface, and such mirrors whose reflecting surface are present inward are known as concave mirror. Okay, and similarly we have convex mirror. So in the case of convex mirror, opposite is taking place. Opposite in a sense that this inner side, inward area is the polished area. Okay, the inward area which is present inside the sphere. This is the whole sphere. When you will cut this into two parts, जो inner side का area है, we will polish this area, and this outer surface will be acting as reflecting surface. Here, this is the reflecting surface, that is RS. So all the light rays will fall on this surface, and after falling on this surface, it will undergo reflection. Okay, so I hope you all understood. A spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inward. You can see here the reflecting surface is curved inward and it is facing towards the center of the sphere. This is the center of the sphere. Okay, whole sphere, cut it into two parts, and this inward surface which is facing, this reflecting inward surface which is facing towards center of the sphere, this particular mirror is termed as concave mirror, and opposite of that is convex mirror. That is, a convex mirror is one in which reflecting surface, this is the reflecting surface, and reflecting surface is curved outward. Okay, it is curved outward. This outside of the mirror, outside of the spherical mirror, is acting as a reflecting surface. Okay, so I hope everybody understood concave and convex mirror. So before we move further on how reflection through spherical mirror takes place, it is very essential to understand and to recognize the meaning of some of the terms which are related to spherical mirror reflection. Okay, so the first term related to it is, that is center of curvature. Okay, so center of curvature of a spherical mirror, it is the center of the imaginary hollow sphere of a glass. Okay, so you can see here this concave mirror is part of this spherical hollow sphere. Similarly, this convex mirror is part of this imaginary hollow sphere of glass. Okay, so this center point of both the hollow sphere of glass is known as center of curvature, and center of curvature is denoted by C. So first is center of curvature. Center of curvature is denoted by C, and it is the imaginary midpoint of the hollow sphere of the glass of which the spherical mirrors are part. Okay, so this is C, center of curvature, in both the concave as well as in the convex mirror. You can notice one difference in the center of curvature of concave and convex mirror. That is, in the case of concave mirror, the center of curvature lies in front of the mirror. This is the reflecting surface and it is lying in front of the mirror. While in the case of convex mirror, This is the reflecting surface, and center of curvature is present at the back side of the mirror. Okay, it is not present in the front side of the mirror. So this is the difference between concave and convex mirrors, center of curvature. Okay, next we have is radius of curvature. So radius of curvature of a spherical mirror is the radius of imaginary hollow sphere of glass. This is the imaginary hollow sphere of the glass. So when we connect this center and we make a line connecting the outer surface of the sphere, so this line represents radius of curvature. Similarly, in the case of convex mirror, this is the center of curvature. Make a line till any surface of the hollow sphere, and this is point P. So this here is again denoting radius of curvature. So this is radius of curvature, and this is the radius of curvature of convex mirror. It is denoted by capital R. So I hope radius of curvature is clear to everyone. So the next term that we are going to study is pole, which is denoted by capital P. Now P, that is pole, is nothing but the center of the reflecting surface. For example, till here to here, this is the reflecting surface of the concave mirror. So basically the center of this whole reflecting surface of the concave mirror will be acting as pole. Similarly, in the case of concave mirror, from here to here is the reflecting surface. So center of this reflecting surface, although it is not the proper center, just assume that this is the center of this whole reflecting surface of a convex mirror, and this center of the reflecting surface will be or is denoted as pole. So I hope radius of curvature, center of curvature and pole is clear to everyone. This PC, this line PC denotes radius of curvature. Okay, so this is radius of curvature in both the mirrors. Now the next term that we are going to see is principal axis. So principal axis of a spherical mirror, it is a straight line. It is a straight line that is passing through center of curvature, then to the pole, and this line is produced on the both sides. So this line which is produced here is known as principal axis. In similar way, in the case of convex mirror also, straight line which will be passing through center, then through pole, and it is produced on both the sides. So this straight line is acting as principal axis. Okay, so the straight line is known as principal axis. Next term that we are going to see is aperture of spherical mirror. So aperture of the spherical mirror is the part from where the reflection of light actually takes place. That is this area. This shaded area is a part from where the actual reflection is taking place. So we will denote it as MN in both the cases, in both the mirror, MN. So this area from this point M to this point N, then here from this point M to this point N is termed as aperture. So aperture is the part from where the actual reflection of light is taking place. That is from this area M till this area N in both convex as well as in the case of concave mirror.